Welcome back, everybody. We are here for our next session of the woefully unlearned dungeon crawlers. Last time we left off, the party had left the Whisperleaf Hamlet on their way to find Vorador, who, lo and behold, had ended up potentially crippling Lorican, his brother, and trying to gain more power than what he should really have. Party traveled through the domain of Vorador and came across a few different stumbles, had a particular river that they had to cross, ended up losing access to a couple of their items whenever they came across some quicklings, and ended up finally making it to what appears to be sort of amphitheater. That's where we're going to pick up today. So as we look around, you see down below you a stone statue, and perusing around it, you see what appears to be a dark-looking unicorn. You also see above you, or across from you, towards the edge of the cliffs, the potential of what may have been the ruins of some sort of arch. Here, everything is still. It's quiet. It's definitely a little eerie. Rain has been trickling down upon you this whole way through. Everything again very gray in what you see. You do get hints of violet here and there, but overall everything is very just gray in its scale. What are we doing?
Kaylin, who is still in her dog form, I start sniffing around, and I'm trying to kind of be stealthy about it, but do I notice any weird smells or interesting smells or anything that intrigue me?
You go ahead and make a perception check for me.
$17.
17. You do pick up on smell that you haven't really picked up on before. Actually, say that. You have in a sense. You've picked this smell up twice. Once when you were around Ellendor, and then the other whenever you were in the dilapidated manor that you all initially came across whenever you first got to the Feywild.
Kaz's house, right? Like his parents' house. Is that what you're talking about?
It's what you...
Manor.
Yeah, it's what you had kind of deduced.
I'm gonna... You said there's stairs in front of us, right?
Yeah, it's kind of... Yeah, it's like ring stairs all the way down. There are still trees that are kind of grown up through the stone. But
I'm gonna just
it is kind of staired all the way down.
I'm gonna slowly start walking down into the arena.
Okay. And if y'all would like, you can jump into above VTT and you'll kind of see what we're looking at, or at least a representation of it. And you can move your characters in and out where they may be.
I haven't done that in forever. How do I get there again?
Go to the campaign in D&D Beyond.
Okay, so I need to open.
Gedrick is eyeing the unicorn. And is this area that we're in, is it dark, dimly lit? Is it fully lit? What is the overall light space?
So everything in this area is kind of dimly lit. It is not bright by any means.
But it's not dark, right?
Correct. You can still see. And it doesn't feel like it's nighttime.
Well,
And of course, the freaking website is being absolutely stupid.
Yeah, Gedrick's gonna walk up to the stag. And he's gonna look it in the face. And yeah, he has to do this. He has to touch the stag for what he's about to do. I'm going to cast light on, if I can reach it, the horn of the stag.
Yeah, you could reach it. I mean, it's horse-sized, and so it's going to, you can certainly access it and be able to reach up and touch it. And
Okay.
just so y'all know, I am playing John Luke's character as well. So you will have that.
hopefully he doesn't die.
So my rules, if a player is not here, character can't die. I'm not going to kill off a character when that player is not here. I'm not going to make those decisions on their behalf.
Gotcha.
However, he is fairly hurt. So he may just go unconscious.
Yeah. Gedrick is going to cast the cantrip light.
Okay.
He takes a lightning bug, firefly, if you will, from his pocket and takes some phosphorescence moss that he's gathered. As we've been in the Feywild, he's just whenever he's noticed it, he's grabbed some, and he smashes it together in his hand and kind of draws it up into his finger, so to speak, and the light from the firefly migrates from his palm onto his fingertip, and then he reaches out and touches the unicorn's horn with the light cantrip. And essentially it creates a bright light, 20-foot radius, an additional 20 feet of dim light from that point. And it lasts an hour.
Okay. As you reach up and touch the horn of this unicorn, where you would expect the light to start emanating from this creature, rather the opposite happened. That light is almost like it's sucked into this being, and there is no change in brightness.
Well, that was a good try.
Well, like so many things of my efforts around here, always falling short.
Kaylin is still in her dog form and everything. But are there like any like plaques or things with words on them or like anything like that?
So around the base of this statue, you see runes etched into it, but nothing symbolizing any sort of language. These runes, every 10 seconds or so, they have a very slight brightness to them, and then they quickly fade back.
Gedrick will do the same thing, but this time he'll go and touch the tip of his staff so that the light is emanating from his staff as he's standing in front of the stag face to face.
Okay. And that light does appear. Do this here. You don't.
And while he's doing that, Kaylin is gonna actually transform back into her human self.
Okay.
Do you see anything?
Just the unicorn, my dear. Just
Well,
the
I mean, I
unicorn.
see that too, but like, have you figured out anything yet?
Not particularly. It would seem as though the stag would take the magical light that I would create if I give it to it. But it is not doing anything to the light that is on my staff. Correct?
Correct. And as y'all are kind of talking, this unicorn is starting to continue to circle around the statue.
I don't like this. I think we should leave. Something obviously weird is happening here, and I just think it's time to skedaddle. Up the stairs the way we came.
Okay, point of clarification. The unicorn is moving around a statue of a unicorn?
No. The statue is humanoid in structure. And it is kind of set up upon a base.
Casmarir, do you
we
recognize
stand on
this
the base?
humanoid?
I'm gonna try to climb the unicorn statue.
Not a unicorn. It's not a unistick statue. It's a unicorn.
Well, I'm
around
gonna
a
try
statue.
climbing the unicorn.
Okay.
Kaden, I don't think that's a very good idea.
Well, do you have any better ideas?
Well, if we could have but a moment for Casmarir to perhaps identify this being up on the statue, maybe that would give us some sort of inclination as to who this unicorn is.
Okay, hold on, just 1 second. Clarifying question: is this an actual unicorn, like that is like living and breathing, or is it like a statue?
Everything that you can tell, yes.
Can
There's
I
the
try
statue.
to, like...
There's the statue, and then there's this unicorn creature that is walking around.
Okay, so can I try to give the unicorn an apple from my bag?
You have an apple in your bag?
I do. I mean, I have, like, food, like
Rations.
yeah.
Couldn't
Okay.
possibly be.
So, would that be...
I
would
mean,
that be animal handling?
You just get. I mean, there's not really a check for it. You can give this unicorn the apple. It pauses for a moment, kind of sniffs at the apple, and gently takes it from you.
Okay, so I start kind of petting the unicorn to see if it's, friendly.
You can.
Okay.
Go ahead. Go ahead and make an animal handling check to see how it reacts to this touch.
A 9.
A 9. So you go to reach your hand out, and it kind of out the side, it's kind of down chewing on this apple that you gave it, but it notices and kind of jumps off to the side before you're actually able to touch it.
Okay. But it's still eating the apple.
It has picked it up and it has it. It is continuing to walk around, in essence, trying to get away from you at this point.
Okay.
Not fast, but
I turn to the group and I say, I think it's scared. I don't think it's an angry creature, but we just have to tread lightly.
So in all this time, do I recognize the statue?
you do. Use at least portions of it. You recognize the elven-ish ears and the kind of drawn face. And as you think back, this looks a lot like your dad. You see the pouch on his right hip that he always had on him. You see his bag that you know was always full of books.
Okay. I am just going to step on the base and move towards the statue then.
Okay. Yeah, you can certainly step up on the base. The moment you take a step onto it, the unicorn stops and looks directly at you and starts to drop its head, almost in a menacing fashion.
Kaz, I think you made it mad.
I just want to do.
Kaz, I think we will need to face this thing. But I don't think we should kill it.
I just want to do a quick investigation to see if there's any way of opening the pouches or whatever.
Yeah, go ahead and make an investigation check.
Okay.
Actually,
Okay.
you don't even need to. They're solid stuff.
Sad because that was a nat 20.
I'm
That's all right.
sorry.
It's probably the only nat 20 that I'll get, but it's all right.
Don't say that. It might be the one of 20 today.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Wahaha.
Is the unicorn just still in that stance, or is he
It is, and it is starting to kind of hoof at the ground. Like it's thinking about charging.
okay? It's facing me though, right? Okay.
It is.
I would like to try something that probably my father would have taught me, which was how to I don't know, settle horses a little bit. Like how whenever you have wranglers and stuff, or how they kind of look at it directly, and show their hands and stuff. And I would just like to speak calmly in Sylvan, just to see if I can get it to relax.
Okay. What do you say to it in Sylvan?
Probably just easy or relax or something like that. Something very simple, but what?
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
That is a 19. As I'm walking
19.
towards it.
You go to speak to this animal, and in the tongue of the Fae, it understands, and you can see that. It is still very unsure, and as you're speaking to it, you're looking at it in the eyes. You see the eyes glaze to a violet purple, and then back to kind of their darker pupils.
He would just holding out his hand, still like still walking slowly towards it, would just say something along the lines of like, we're not here to hurt you. Here, here searching for something. Whoosh, I think. Easy. And still like moving towards it to try and pet it.
I pull another apple out of my bag while he does this, and I say, "Here, give him this. Maybe that'll help."
This time, walking in with the apple in hand, you touch this creature. And under your touch, you feel it get hot. And you start to see a brightness start to emanate from this creature, and then immediately gets sucked back in with the creature itself. And in its place, you see standing where it was a tall, elvish-looking man, dressed in very dark robes, about 6 feet tall, a kind of a crown of horns upon its head, eyes pure violet. You see what looks like wisps of shadows emanating from this entity. And you hear a very wispy, almost kind of broken voice. Casmarir. It's been a long time.
Do we recognize this man, like me and Gedrick, or is it just Kaz who?
Hell no, I don't know this dude.
You have never seen
Well,
this
she
person.
would have, because she got stabbed by him.
I look at Kaz and I say,
She saw a spectral form.
Exactly. I was just thinking this reminds me of the specter, but I don't remember you describing
Never mind.
it exactly like this.
Disregard.
It was like a shadow of this.
I would say hasn't been long enough.
Kaz? Who is
And I will
this?
say, he is speaking to you in Sylvan.
so we don't understand what's being
Anyone
said
but-
right now.
Jean-Luc, I think.
Jean-Luc would know. Jean-Luc would understand.
Elvish doesn't come close, right?
Similarities, but not enough that you would get it.
Okay. So it kind of sounds like broken Elvish to me. It's like I'm
In a
hearing
sense.
words I recognize, but I'm like, that sentence doesn't make sense.
Correct.
Got it. Casmarir, who is this?
And and Casmarir would just continue in Sylvan with the phrase that hasn't been long enough.
Oh, it has only been a very short time.
While they're having this conversation, I'm freaking out a little bit, so I'm gonna go stand by my emotional support friend Gedrick
Okay.
and kind of like, I guess, put some distance between myself and like what's happening over here.
Okay. And
Gedrick is
Jungler's
keeping
going-
an eye on him, but like with cover from the statue, so like just enough that I can see him, clear shot if I needed to, but genuinely unsure because this being reminds him at least of the image he saw in the grove, and that was pretty powerful magic from his perspective, and he didn't do anything. The stuff that Kaz was doing to him at the time didn't seem like it was doing that much, and so he's very cautious but alert.
Along
Vorador is actually going to step up onto the base next to you.
and he stands there and he says something along the line, still looking at him in the eyes. Says, still in Sylvan, I truly wondered if this moment would ever come.
Well, we're here now. Why are you here?
And he kind of smiles a little bit. Says, was here to kill you. Honestly, this is a little disappointing. I imagined this moment would feel bigger. Turns out that you're the same coward you were as he steps closer to Vorador.
Go ahead and make a perception check.
is a 17.
While he's doing that, can I also, in the course of this conversation, because I'm assuming this conversation has taken some minutes, as wanting to ritually cast detect magic just to see if I'm spotting anything off of this dude that's irregular to me, much like the whole shadow figure we fought.
Mm-hmm. So definitely takes plenty of time to get to this point, and your detect magic spell sets off. And very similar to the magic you picked up from Spectre, you're picking up very dark magic, very necrotic, very overall bad juju.
Does it feel illusory?
You do catch a bit of it,
Okay.
but there are also aspects of probably necromantic. And even a little bit of chronomancy.
Picking that up as he sees Casmarir get closer, Gedrick wouldn't necessarily shout, but he would speak very firmly to Casmarir and just say, Casmarir, for all that this has been building to in your mind, both your words and your actions must be thought through carefully in this moment. Do not decide rashly or without talking to your friends first. We are here for you and with you. But please, for the love of God, man, keep us in the loop.
What was your perception,
It was
Casmarir?
14 plus 3, so 17.
Okay. So the moment that you finish calling him a coward, as Gedrick is kind of picking up on this and speaking back to you, Vorador, he starts to cackle. You call me coward. And you catch him rub across a stone. And immediately, you all start to feel the ground beneath you quaking. As you see 1, 2, 3, 4 giant glass stone rocks lift up from this area. And then you start to see them rotating slowly.
I look at Gedrick and I say, what is happening?
Well, Caitlin, this is a family reunion that we are not invited to, but yet somehow a part of. And I suspect it's going to be very dangerous very quickly soon. Be careful of the reflections that you see in that stone. And he gestures to the stones that are circling around us. Don't trust it, but don't fix your eyes on it.
ahead as you make this quick glance at these reflective stones that are essentially mirror-like glass. Go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay. $11.
So you see these rotating around, and you're catching images of yourself, of Casmarir, of Jean-Luc, of Kaelin. You never see a reflection of this entity in these stones.
Is Gedrick
Oh.
the only one who notices this?
A Vorador.
I'm assuming.
Yes.
Okay.
I will turn to Kaelin and Jean-Luc and just say, because I assume Kaz is just so focused on Vorador at this point. We turn to the other two and just say, I don't see his reflection in the stones. I don't know if that's significant, but we need to be careful, because if what I felt from this man or being is of the magic that I felt, he may be able to use those to his advantage.
So when you say you don't see his reflection, are you saying he's not like in front of us right now, even though I can physically see him?
No, he is physically in front of us. I'm saying his reflection is not there. And he
So is he
just
like a
and you see
vampire or
Gedrick.
something?
Well, and you see Gedrick like deliberately but not like overtly there, but as you're watching his finger, he points to a rock as it passes by him, so that you see the man, you don't see the reflection. You see the man, you don't see the reflection. You see the man, you don't see the reflection. As these stones are going around us, I'm deliberately trying to show you he's there, but he's also not there, and Gedrick is alluding to, that's a level of magic that is significant and powerful, and we need to be careful. And we need to keep those stones in mind, because they could be playing a part of his power.
And I will tell you, these stones are not very far up off the ground. They're about 5 feet. And so...
And they're spinning around us?
Slowly, yes.
Okay. I look at Kaz and I just, I'm trying to, I guess, get his attention, even though he's, focused on, this conversation. And I just tell him, I'm like, I think we need to leave. I don't think this is a good idea. I know you're angry and I know hurt him, but I just don't think this is a good idea, friend.
Oh, there's no leaving, dear.
As she says that, Gedrick gets a spell ready in behind his back, waiting for Casmarir to make his move. And Gedrick is not going to be attacking Vorador. He's going to wait for Casmarir to do what he's going to do, and he's just not going to make Vorador his main target, because that should be Kaz's attack.
I look at this man who just spoke to me and I say, Mr. Vorador, sir, I know Kaz is angry right now, but can't you just let us go? I just, you know how families are, they have issues, but I think this is something y'all can work out on a different, at a different time. We don't have to do it right now.
You should shut up your friend so we can get this over with.
That was the wrong thing to say.
It's been a long time that I've been waiting to kill you, Casmarir.
And whose fault is that?
Or should I say your real name? Or are you scared of it? And immediately you are going to see one of those kind of shadow tendrils leech out and try to attack you for it is
Doesn't hit.
an 11 to hit. And with that, go ahead and roll initiative.
Since I was readying an action, may I do my action after he does
yes,
that?
you may. Yes, you
Okay.
may.
So what Gedrick was going to do is Gedrick was going to he's gonna cast a 3rd level lightning bolt, one of the stones.
At one of the stones?
Yes.
Okay. Which one? You can just double click it.
I was gonna shoot for the one right behind him.
Okay. Yeah. Go ahead and make your lightning attack at it.
Since it's an object, it has to make a save of 15.
Yeah.
I'm
and-
assuming it fails.
Yeah.
Okay.
It
So assume
fails.
that damaged 27 of lightning damage then.
Yeah. And you let out this lightning bolt. I forget what color is the magic that releases from Gedrick.
His lightning bolt has a shade of blue. It's like a bluish purple that shoots out from his hand.
bluish purple.
It's reminiscent of a witch bolt, and a lot of people would think that it is a witch bolt, but it is blue purple,
Okay.
almost like
Yeah,
a midnight color.
You release this lightning and everyone around hears the sizzle of this as it releases from your hand. It slams into this rock and you see it start to crumble.
Okay.
It is still floating, it is still rotating around, but you do see chunks of it fall.
Okay.
It's about half the size that it was.
Got it. Okay. Initiative. Look at that.
Oh, I gotta do that. Okay. So sorry.
That's a 17 initiative for. Hey, look at that.
A dirty 20.
15
For me.
for me.
Okay. Oops. Oof.
Did the
And
weak little villain not roll well?
No, Jean-Luc did. Well.
Uh-oh.
Oof.
Well, that's
Crap.
okay. We just
Yeah,
don't want
what
him
was
to.
yours? I'm
Just don't want
sorry.
him to die. 17.
I don't know.
17.
Me and him rolled the
Yeah.
same.
So. Kaylin. You are up first. Gedrick, you are on deck. Kaylin,
Okay.
what are you doing?
I don't appreciate this prick's like tone with me. So I am going to cast 4th level Chaos Bolt at him. Fuck. For a 12.
A 12 misses.
Of course it does.
You go release this bolt from your hand, and it's just a bit wide. It goes right between him and Casmarir.
Okay, hold on. Damn it. Ugh, this is not gonna be good today. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do right now.
Any movement or anything?
Nope.
Gedrick?
Let's just say I fudged everything up.
A seeing that this, seeing that the stone crumbled a little bit, Gedrick is gonna cast magic missile.
Okay.
At second level. Which gives him 4 darts. That's all my second level slots. So Gedrick is going to target 2 at the one that he hit originally, and the other 2 he's going to split between the other 2 stones. He's going to hit the other 2. Yeah.
Okay.
So he's going to hit this one twice, this one once, and this one once.
Okay.
So the first one, which was the already damaged one, is 7 points of force damage.
Okay. Yeah.
And 4 points of force damage to this one.
Okay.
And 5 points of force damage to the last one.
Okay.
And Gedrick is going to then take his bonus action and do a second wind. And Gedrick is going to just like move back and kind of just stay in rotation with the stones so he can keep distance for right now. Good.
Sorry, I didn't mean to.
Nope, you're good.
That. Cool.
All right. And I got 7, or sorry, 1 more. +1. Here we go. All right. All right, that will end my turn.
With that, Vorador being right next to you, Kaz, he is going to he's going to use his multi-attack, which is one of his shadow tendrils and a void touch. So the shadow tendril is a 16 plus 9, 25 to hit. That is going to be for 12 points of damage. And the void touch is going to be an 11 to hit. So that one is going to miss. And then he is going to shadow step as a bonus action over here. You do see him start to apparate, and so you do have the opportunity to make an attack as you see him start to.
Quick point of clarification. Gedrick's
Oh, did we lose him?
No.
Well, while he's thinking,
I thought I saw him.
I was doing that. I'll do a opportunity attack on him.
Okay. Yeah, go for it.
Still has the.
Oh, he's kind of back.
Sorry about.
You're good.
Oh no.
Which is a 21 to hit. Okay.
That hit.
Do we all get an attack of opportunity since he's just
No.
running past us, or just Kaz?
No, so he shadow steps, so he falls into the dim light and then reappears.
There's something about this I can't remember. Okay. Yeah, I got it. So that's. Alright, so that's 10 slashing damage and 4 necrotic damage. Or, I'm sorry, psychic damage. Alright, 10 slashing, just regular
10
slashing.
necrotic.
And then 4 that is psychic. The
Okay.
Blade of the Twilight Order.
What weapon are you using? Okay. Which is a magical item, so he will go ahead and take
Yes!
stop it.
Happened quick.
10 and 4. Cool. Yeah. You go to slash out and this does cut through and does take purchase. Gedrick, you were saying something before you cut out.
Oh no, did he cut out again?
What does what do?
Maybe. What you're asking, what does this do? Ian?
You posted something in the campaign chat saying I've added the shard of the living song.
Yep.
What does that do?
You can open up the party inventory and see what it does.
How is that the link, like the picture above it? Is that what it is?
No.
Okay, well, how do I find whatever this is?
In D&D Beyond, go to your
Okay.
inventory, then go to party inventory, and you will see Shard of the Living Song.
Cool. Thank you.
Is it back?
God, I hope so.
You were saying something before you cut out.
Yeah, so what I was saying was where he teleported originally, I had a 20-foot radius of like daylight around me because it was casted on the tip of my staff. Was he able to get that close to me originally?
So, okay. I guess technically it would have been a little further back.
Okay. I just wanted to be sure because when you said shadow step, I was like,
yeah,
he has to be in my, that's pretty close to my radius. So I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
Cool.
And actually, realistically, with how those are rotating, he probably would have come over here.
Okay.
So, yeah. That is going to end Vorador's turn. Casmarir, what are you doing?
Hold on. Sorry, I'm reading this Shard of the Living Song that I should have read about earlier.
You're good.
So if something that we have requires attunement, but it doesn't say how long we have
Attunement
to
takes
have
an
it, so
hour. You have to be with it for up to an hour.
how long is that in game?
An hour in game.
Okay, this is stupid.
So
But fine, whatever.
Doesn't matter. We can't. You and I can't use it.
Wait, no, I'm asking about something else I have in my.
I got you.
if it's been with you, you have had plenty of time to attune to it.
But I haven't actually put it on ever.
What is it?
The ring of invisibility.
You probably would have put that on. Because in fact, I think you used it at some point in time.
I mean, probably.
As a matter of fact, you did before you came into the Feywild. That's how you got away from the party.
Oh.
You use your ring of invisibility. So it is attuned and it is equipped.
Okay. Wonderful. You probably know where I'm going with this now.
No, I'm not going to metagame it.
No, I'm just kidding. But I do have an out of game question really quick before we continue. So it says you remain invisible until the ring is removed, until you attack or cast a spell, or until you use a bonus action to become visible again. So if I'm wearing it and I'm invisible and I attack someone or cast a spell, visible. But then can I put the ring back on again?
So the ring is still on, but it requires another action to activate it. And you only have one action per turn.
So, okay, so like on my I'm not saying I'm going to do this, and I'm sorry. I need to be better about looking at stuff beforehand. So on my next turn, I could become invisible, and then I'd have to wait again until my next turn to cast a spell or whatever.
Yes.
Right? And then I become visible again, but then on my next turn, I guess I could be invisible again.
Reactivate it, yes.
Okay. Sorry. Go ahead. I apologize.
Okay.
I'm sorry. I should have been better.
We're still learning. 2 years in.
I should know better by now, though. Okay. Who's up?
The real problem is like, you know, the stuff that you can do. It's when you add stuff, then it's like, oh crap.
I gotta learn this.
Okay, so Casmarir is going to cast he's gonna cast a blood curse, so he's gonna take 2 points of necrotic damage to himself. And then he's going to cast Blood Curse of the Muddled Mind. As a bonus action, you curse a creature that you can see within 30 feet. That is concentrating on spell or is using a feature that requires concentration. That creature has disadvantage on their next Constitution saving throw. And it makes saving throw it makes to maintain concentration before the end of your next turn. And I'm gonna amplify that. Which, if I remember right, I just have to take extra damage. If that's not correct, I can check on that for sure, but I think that's correct. But I'm obviously going to cast that at Vorador. So that just means that he has
disadvantage on his next Constitution saving
Since I
throw
amplified
for
it, he has
concentration
disadvantage
plus.
on all Constitution saving throws made to maintain concentration, I guess. Yeah.
Perfect. Good to know.
But and that kind of changes my play here a little bit. That's my bonus action. And I am just going to see if this works, but I'm gonna throw Eldritch Blast at him for a nat 20 to hit.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Your
Yeah, it says
blood
as
curse
a
a bonus action?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and I have 2 actions anyways. So,
Let's
but
go.
yeah, so that is a nat 20. So 2. Okay. And then, so 2 of the beams go at him for I got a 10, so that would be 20 for the first one, and
20 on
then
the first
10
one.
on the second one.
So 30 total. What was your attack roll on the second one?
It doesn't. It just sends out 2 beams. But I only.
You still roll twice.
Okay.
One for each. Yeah.
Okay. It's not saying that, so that's why I made a mistake here.
Yeah. You're good.
That would be with the +3. That's a 18.
18. That does hit. So. And then I'll go ahead and take the
30
10.
points
The 10
of
since you already
damage.
rolled that damage die. So minus 10 more. Yeah. 2 big hits from the Eldritch Blast.
And then he's gonna go after him too, because he has 2 actions.
Okay.
And so he's gonna do a charge at him. Or no, I'm
Okay.
sorry. He's just gonna run at him and hit him. He can't do a charge right now. But just with his sword, and he misses because it was like a 3. But
Okay.
unless his armor class is like a 8, then that's bad. But thanks, so yeah.
Hang on, I gotta check something here. Vorador is going to use one of his legendary actions to drain the light. All magical light sources within 60 feet of Vorador are suppressed until the start of his next turn. And
Yep, that's me.
I do need you to make a wisdom saving throw, Gedrick, since you were the source of light.
Okay. That is a 23.
23 passes, so you are good. Next is going to be Jean-Luc. He is going to rush over Got the right thing, Stetson. There you go. He's going to rush over in front of you, Kalen, acting as your shield. It's all right, dear. I got you. And he is going to pull out his short bow and try to take a pop shot at Vorador. Unfortunately, it does miss. So it goes wide to the left side of Vorador.
Does it hit the circular thing?
It does not.
Okay, shot.
As we get back to the top, these are going to shift some more. And let's pull back up. As a layer action, Vorador's layer is going to start to fill with darkness at a certain point. All right, AoE square is to be centered here. So the three of you are in magical darkness. This means you cannot see anything. It is
We all are, you
Jean-Luc,
said?
Kalen, and Gedrick.
Of course. Okay.
Let me actually do it this way, because y'all may not be able to see that. It's actually there. Let me do it. That way y'all can actually see it. Just do that. Right there. So blue square is darkness.
Okay.
And Kalen, it's on you.
So I guess before it went dark, did I see that I was right by the like stone plate or whatever? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna take one more question. Are the square, how big are the squares? How many
They're
feet
5.
if we move? 5. Okay. I'm going to actually move myself onto the little statue thingy.
Okay.
So now I'm out of the darkness. And then I am going to... Oh, I lost my screen. Okay. Then I'm going to cast... Oh my gosh, why do I keep... Okay, sorry. I'm going to cast Chaos Bolt at a level 1 for a 22 to hit.
Okay.
And that's going to be 14 points of damage.
Yeah. That does end up hitting him. 14 points of damage. Do the thing. Cool. Yeah. You release this chaos bolt after kind of stumbling out of this darkness. Step up on the stone, release this, and it hits him dead center chest. Any bonus actions or anything?
I think I'm gonna just. Yeah, I think I'm okay for right now.
Okay. Gedrick, you're up.
Question. Did you say that I can cast a cantrip as a bonus action?
If the cantrip has a casting time of a bonus action, yes.
Got it. Okay. What am I gonna do? Okay. Gedrick 2 is going to back up and out of the magical darkness. And as he's backed away from this, you said it's at the end of Vorador's turn, correct? The light is suppressed?
Yes.
Okay. That. So he's going to move here. So he has line of sight on Vorador. And he's going to save that. He's going to cast a first level magic missile, and he's going to do, so that's 3, and so 1 on Vorador and then 1 on the 2 rocks that are next to him.
Okay.
So first one to hit Vorador is 4 points of force damage.
Okay.
5 to this stone.
Okay.
And 4 points of force damage to the other one.
Okay. You said 5?
4.
4.
4 points of force damage to this one over here.
Cool. Awesome.
And yeah, that will end his turn.
Okay. Vorador's up. He's going to regain his legendary actions.
My light comes back, yes?
Yes. Yeah, your light does reappear.
Cool.
Right, just start. I'm sorry. Darkness lasts until next initiative count 20. I apologize. So it is not yet until we get back to the top of the round.
No, but my light effect still comes back because he's at his turn, right?
Oh, yeah, because that was a legendary action to drain the light.
Correct. The darkness area that you're talking about stays up for
Yes.
a while. Okay,
Yeah. They are suppressed until the start of his next turn. Perfect.
got it.
Cool. So many things to keep track of. Yeah. And Vorador, seeing you back in his face, why haven't you just died, Casmarir? You weren't supposed to live. And he is going.
Do we all hear this?
He's still speaking in Sylvan.
Oh.
Can I answer or no?
He is.
Am I?
I
guess
mean, you
am I?
can while he casts this. Yeah. He's going to cast his beguiling gaze. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Jeez. 8. Yeah.
8. You are going to fail. You are going to become incapacitated until the start of Vorador's next turn. As you look into his eyes as he's speaking to you, and your mind just blanks. You can't do anything. So you are incapacitated until the start of his next turn. I will send this over. Cool. And he is also going to reach out with his shadow tendril and take a whack at you for 17 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Yeah. So that is going to be 12 points of necrotic damage. And these wisps are kind of encircling you, almost like it is trapping you. He is going to then shadow step away, right next to 5, 10, 15, 20. Right in front of you, Kaylin.
Oh, great.
Casmarir, you are up. However, you are incapacitated, which is... Where's the rules for it? Incapacitated. Can't take any action, bonus action, reaction. You're speechless. You're surprised. Yeah. So...
Functionally lose a turn.
Yes. Jean-Luc is then up. He's going to kind of go, guys, where'd the lights go? And he's going to kind of stumble his way over just a little bit, eventually making his way out of the light, or out of the darkness, and he is going to take another pop shot at Vorador.
An advantage because Kalen's a based?
A lot. We'll do advantage roll. Oh, double ones. Oh man.
That is the worst thing I've ever heard in my entire life.
Like, I'm not kidding. Like, it's what it was. I feel bad.
He is on record as saying he hates digital dice. How could you, sir?
I know. Yeah, he misses. Does he have any? Yeah, and he is going to bonus action dash right up behind Vorador. Then it is back at the top of the round. So this light is going to go, or the darkness is going to go away. Player action. These are going to rotate some more. And with that, player action is going to be a mirror shatter. So this particular rock is going to shatter and disappear. With that, Casmarir, you would have to succeed on a DC 15 dexterity saving throw, which unfortunately you can't. So you are going to take 12 points of piercing damage and be blinded until the end of your turn. You're incapacitated and blinded.
But it
at this moment.
It only says I don't have concentration though. Inactive just means I can't take an action, bonus action, or reaction. It doesn't say I can't move.
Based off of what I think here, maybe wrong. Incapacitated.
Which that might be considered a reaction. I don't know.
Well, I mean, if rules is written is you can still move, then on your turn you could have still moved. Then, in theory. So in essence, you could have moved.
Right. I apologize. I will take that back if you would like to move. So it says you can't take any action, bonus action, or reaction. Your concentration is broken. You can't speak, and you are surprised. Which is when you roll initiative, you have disadvantage on the roll, but we're already in initiative. Right. So I will retcon that. If you would have liked to move from that area, you can. Okay. However, you are currently blind. Well, you will be blinded after you move.
Okay.
Well, depending. And yeah, you could still go ahead and make the dexterity save. 15.
Well, it's an
because you may not be blinded.
It's an 11 plus 7, so yeah.
Yeah, so you pass. So you're not blinded and you don't take that damage.
Sorry, wasn't trying to be a butt.
No, you're good. I'm glad that you called me on that because I didn't read all the way through. And as far as where we are, Kaylin, it is on you.
Since he's right in front of me, I'm going to look him in the face and I'm going to say either you are really scared of your nephew or you're just a bitch. But I think it's both. And then I'm going to take my dagger and I'm going to stab him in the ear with it.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attack.
For an 11 to hit.
You will have it with advantage because you are flanking with Jean-Luc. So go ahead and roll it again.
Okay, so what is... Okay. Oh, natural 20.
Nice. So yeah, go and roll your damage.
8 points.
Cool.
So 16.
So double the dice would be 12 plus 2 would be 14.
So I have a question. I don't know if they changed it in the app because now it says like my actions are attacks per action is 1. But I always thought with like my dagger I got two weapon
You
fight.
do. So if you have a secondary small weapon, you can use that as a bonus action.
Okay, so can I do that?
Yeah.
Again? Okay. 13.
13. Fortunately, that misses.
Mhm.
But
Okay, but I also have hold on. I also have heroic inspiration, so can I re-roll?
you can, if you would like to,
Perfect.
if that is what you would like to use it on.
I don't know. No, I'm gonna wait.
As you sink this dagger into his ear, he lets out a ghastly scream. And at all of you, you start to see rays of color. Where everything has been gray before, you start to see these like sun rays breaking through the darkness. Instead, this is color breaking through the gray. as he's looking a little beat up, a little bloodied. Gedrick.
And before
Oh,
you
go ahead.
oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Go. No. Keep going. I was just gonna say something along the lines of I hope you can still hear me or whatever, but it's fine.
Usually that's not possible after that.
No, generally that's
Still
above
has
the
one
eardrum.
ear. He has at least one ear though, because I only poked him in one.
Anyways,
Yeah. Go for it, Gedrick.
All right, so Gedrick is thinking about doing something completely retarded.
At least you're being honest.
So, Gedrick, seeing these stones, being reflective, Gedrick has this idea that he is going to run up to the stone that is behind him, 10 feet, and he is going to reach out and touch the stone and cast light on the stone. Since it's
Okay.
an object, I assume it fails.
Yeah.
So it is shining and emanating light. Now, here's my question. Have I functionally created a disco ball?
Essentially, yes.
Okay,
Essentially.
so here is my next question then. If it is functionally a disco ball, can I make a, and you can totally overrule me, but could I make an ask that if Vorador moves with Shadow Step, that he has to do so at disadvantage or end up at a random location because the light is functionally moving around the space?
I would allow that.
Okay. Then, having done that, I'm just gonna double check my opponent's actions, make sure I don't have anything else. Actually, you know what? Okay, again, I'm gonna do something super retarded, but I am going to, because light is not a concentration. It is
Correct.
it's just on. So that's on. My light on my staff is still on. I'm going to Misty Step into combat range with Vorador In other words, encapsulating him in a 20-foot radius of light.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's my turn.
Okay. Cool.
And I will say, as I step up to this, in Gedric's mind, he feels like the light is functionally making things difficult for Vorador. At least he hopes it is. And he yells out at Casmarir, "Casmarir, you have to finish him now."
Unfortunately, Casmarir can't see anything.
He can
No, I
hear
can
me.
see.
That's why I shouted. He's not blinded. He's saved.
Oh yeah. My bad.
Don't put more on me though.
That is right. I'm not.
I just can't say nothing.
Yeah, that ends my turn.
With that, it is on Vorador. He is going to pull the stone out of his pouch, and Gedrick, Kalen, you both can see this. It is obsidian black. Very similar to the stones that are floating around you, but in this you do see tendrils of shadow and purple emanating from it as he casts where is it? He's going to reach over to you, Gedrick, and he is going to cast he's going to cast Feeble Mind on which
Counter spell.
you're going to counterspell it. Okay.
Third level.
Third level.
My last third level.
Sorry, I gotta pull up Feeble Mind. I don't remember it off the top of my head. Mind. Then I gotta remember how counterspell works. So this is an 8th level spell.
Of course it is. So I think I have to roll.
Yeah, you definitely have to roll.
10
but
10 plus the spell's level, so it's an 18.
Yes.
So mine is a third level spell. So
yeah, if you're casting,
it's my
Yeah.
spell modifier, right?
yes. So what's your spell modifier?
7.
7. So it's an 11 to beat it. 11 or higher.
Folks, here we go.
You can do it.
Nope. Did not do it. As a 6.
Okay. You go to cast counter spell, and unfortunately it does not take hold. As he I'll just read the description. You blast the mind of a creature that you can see within range, attempting to shatter its intellect and personality. Target takes 46 psychic damage and must make an intelligence saving throw. So go ahead and make your saving throw.
Okay. That is a 19.
19 does succeed. So you will take so you'll just take the 46, which came out to be 10 damage.
Okay.
Specifically psychic damage.
Okay.
Yeah. And he kind of looks down at the spell, realizing that you haven't just become dumbfounded. He kind of shakes it, frustrated with what's going on, and he is going to attempt to Misty Step, or not Misty Step, Shadow Step.
Okay.
So let's do this. Gedrick, high or low? Because there's not a save or anything for his Shadow Step.
Yep. High.
He rolled a 3.
Okay.
And so he will successfully Shadow Step. I would like you to roll a D8 for me.
Okay.
So basically 1 is up, 2 is top right, 3 is right, so on and so forth.
3.
3. So he's going to Shadow Step 40 feet into the shadows.
Cool.
However, all 3 of you do have an opportunity of attack. If you would like to take it.
Absolutely.
Well,
are you crazy?
Gedrick, you do not, since you used your reaction.
Yep.
Apologize.
Yep, you're good.
Okay. So who goes first?
Go for it.
You and
Perfect.
You and Jean-Luc.
Okay, I'm going to cast. Sorry, I gotta pull it up. Okay, I'm going to use another. First level.
It can only be a melee attack unless you have the Warcaster feat.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
Which I don't believe you've taken.
No, I don't even know what that is. So,
yeah.
But it's fine. Okay, I'm gonna take my dagger again, and I am going to just stab him, or I'm gonna try to stab him, like across the face, into the shoulder.
Going for a slash.
Yeah.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Nice. Go ahead and roll the damage.
6 points.
6 points. Nice.
Kaylin with the hot hands.
And then Jean-Luc with
Come on, Jean-Luc. Come on.
With his raid.
I'm not gonna lie. When I was watching the dice roll, it looked like it was gonna be a 5. It turned to 15 at the last minute. I was like, yes.
Jean-Luc is going to try to slash across his back with his rapier for a 19 to hit, which does hit.
Yes. Vindication.
For 10 points of damage. And yeah.
Sweet.
I yell out, "How you feeling over there, buddy?"
And you just see him kind of huffing and puffing a little bit. Really, you can tell he's frustrated with what's going on. Casmarir, you are up. Your incapacitated condition goes away.
Yeah. And Jean-Luc shouts from the back, "Use your hooves, man! Use your hooves!"
Yes.
And he is going to go after him with the Sword of Memories. I'll pull it out. And effectively go after him for a 21 to hit.
21 hits.
Both his hands. That's only. Let's see if there's any action. Okay. But that is a 6 points of slashing damage.
Okay. And you are over here in front
Yes,
of
sorry.
him.
I will.
You're good. I got you.
And through that, he is so in that moving, I'm gonna kind of retcon this a little bit. In that moving, he is using his charge feature. So that is 23 to hit. And then so that'll add 3 points of bludgeoning damage in addition to that.
Okay.
And then what he's gonna do is, I feel like, is Eldritch Blast, is that at disadvantage at this distance?
It would be because you're in melee.
Yeah.
Which technically would have been earlier. I totally didn't even think about it, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But because there was a point that you cast it in melee, so it is what it is.
But yeah, then I guess he's going to pull out with his other hand Stormcaller's Edge and he's just going to slash at him with for a 17 to hit. I don't think that hits.
17 does hit.
And so he's doing that with lightning slash. So on a successful hit, the target takes an additional 1d8 lightning damage in addition to 1d4. So let me find it. Sorry. So that is 3 points of slashing damage and then 4 points of lightning.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Stay right on him.
Vorador. Okay. Vorador is going to use his legendary actions, both of them, and he is going to use Shifting Shadows, which allows him a shadow step and then a shadow tendril attack. He is going to move right up next to you, Kaylin. I'm really fucking tired of you running. And he's going to reach out with his shadow tendrils and take a slash at you with them. That is a 21 to hit, which hits. That is going to be 12 points of damage. And
What did he say to me? He was tired of hearing me talk.
Tired of hearing you run your mouth. And Jean-Luc.
You said 12 points. I'm sorry, you said 12 points,
yes,
right?
I did.
Okay.
Jean-Luc is going to move in right behind him, getting flanking, and he is going to use his rapier again. He doesn't have anything special, does he? No. However, it will allow sneak attack. So this is going to be at advantage. For a 24 to hit, which definitely hits. That is going to be 9 plus his sneak attack. 19 points of slashing damage from Mr. Jean-Luc. That sneak attack, man. Stuff hurts. And he gets the slash
Finally.
right across his gut, and Vorador is starting to kind of buckle over. You see blood, well, what would appear to be blood, just oozing from all of these cuts that you all have placed upon him. Top of the round, layer action. These are going to rotate some more. Right next to you has you're going to start to hear ethereal voices fill this area. Jean-Luc and Kaz need to make a wisdom saving throw. I'm sorry. We'll do Gedrick and Kaz.
Okay.
So wisdom saving throw 17.
It's just at 17 for me.
Just at meets it, beats it. So you are good. Gedrick.
Yep. See what we got here. That is a 21.
21 passes. Kaylin, you are up. You are flanking with Jean-Luc.
Perfect. I'm gonna say to him, so you don't like hearing my voice? Well, I don't like hearing yours either. And I'm gonna try to stab him in the mouth.
Okay. Go ahead. Actually, he is going to shadow parry.
You can't do that after I already rolled.
It is a reaction.
It's a reaction.
It is a
That's
reaction.
bullshit. Fine.
So when Vorador is hit by attack, he can impose disadvantage on that attack by imposing a tendril of shadow. Go ahead and roll it again and take the lower.
$18 is the freaking low.
Still hit.
$6 points. Can his tongue be cut out?
Uh,
I am so mad right now. It's not even funny.
would you like to move or anything of that nature?
Can I do my bonus action of
Yes,
trying
you
to
can.
stab him again?
Yes, you can.
Perfect. Okay, this time I'm going to try to stab him in the eyeball.
Okay.
For a 19.
Jesus.
She's got a hot hand tonight.
Yeah.
Hot fucking hand
Digital
tonight.
dice are loving her.
She is just
Uh,
oof.
Points of damage.
Nice. Yeah, he is looking hurt. You take a slash right through his eye. It's got a big cut coming down his face. Yeah. Gedrick, you're up, sir.
Gedrick.
Finish him, Gedrick. Finish him.
So I'm gonna ask a question. I have 2-weapon fighting.
You do?
Would you consider my claws a light weapon?
Yes.
Awesome. Then what I'm going to do is Gedrick is pissed as well. And he's
I
gonna
will say, technically, you have to be on side of him.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Which you have the movement to get there.
That's fine.
Just because there
I-
is that statue there.
Yep. What I primarily wanted to do is I just didn't want to hit Kalen and Jean-Luc with what I'm about to do. So,
okay.
Gedrick, as he walks around, says to Vorador, "You know, I think it's incredibly fucking rude for you to talk to people and leave us out of the conversation." And as he says that, he shoots off his breath weapon, which is fire, in his direction. He's gonna make a 14 dex save.
Okay. Dex save.
I'm sure he's gonna save it. It's fine.
So he does fail it, but he is going to use his legendary reaction.
Of course it is.
And yeah, dismiss that.
So it would be 9 points of fire damage that he would take.
Okay. So
And then halved, yeah. And then he'll say after having breathed on him like that. And from where I'm from, when people are rude, this is what we do. And he goes and he slaps him across the face with his claws out in front of him. So I'm gonna roll to hit with my claws. Damn it. That has been so cool. It's a 12.
12 unfortunately misses. You go and swing just wide and unfortunately do miss him.
Have you used your advantage?
That ends my turn. I don't have one anymore. I used it last
No,
session.
you have it this session because he gave it to us all at the end.
Did he?
Yeah.
I did, yeah. I gave
Oh,
everyone inspiration.
well, then fuck yeah, I'm going to use it on that.
Okay.
No, it's a 16.
Meets it, beats it. 16 just hits.
Oh, thank God. 5 points of slashing damage.
5. Perfect.
Yeah.
He's looking really rough. Yeah, he's cut up, he's beaten, he's bruised. But he is trying to end this. It is the start of his turn, so he gets his legendary actions back. And he is going to again rub this stone a little bit and cast the Nocturnal Curse. Gedrick and Casmarir, go ahead and make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that's
DC
gonna go
17.
up. That's gonna go up. Nope. That is 7.
7. Okay.
Mine's a 7 as well. Yeah.
Okay. Both of you are cursed for 1 minute. Cursed creature has disadvantage on wisdom and charisma saving throws and emits a dim light in a 5-foot radius. So everything around y'all has become a little bit more dim within 5 feet. And he is here.
Can I imbuke a reaction because of that or not? I can't quite remember.
I mean, technically, yeah, you can make a reaction.
I would like to hellish rebuke. In
Okay.
that.
Will you remind me what that
Yeah.
does?
So basically, when I'm damaged, or okay. Well, hold on. Oh, not when I'm damaged. I'm sorry. The creature that, well, yes, the creature that damaged you is momentarily surrounded by green flames. I don't think that counts then, would it?
Yeah, because he hasn't
Okay.
damaged you. He is going to immediately use one of his reactions. Gedrit, please make another wisdom saving throw, DC 17 at disadvantage.
Okay.
I am going to. I'm going to put the charm status on both of y'all so I remember.
Okay. Well, thank goodness. My lowest one was 18, so that's 18 plus 5.
18 plus 5 does succeed. Yeah. Nothing happens. I need to do that. Okay. Yeah. Casmarir, it is on you, good sir.
Okay. He is going to, maybe, if he can make it. Yeah, he can. Okay. He's gonna push Gedrick out of the way if he can. To
Yep, Gedrick would move.
where he could. I'm just gonna step on Gedrick here for a minute.
That's fine.
And,
You can share a space with an
Okay.
ally. That is allowed.
and he is he's gonna look at Vorador right in the eyes, and he says, and I really hope that this actually works because it's gonna be super cool. But he says, I'm not the little boy you left years ago, and he is just gonna try and just stab him in the heart. And just
Okay. Go for it. There are enough people around your flanking, so.
And that is a I'm gonna use the Blade of the Twilight Warden, so that is 24 to hit.
Yep.
Which that's this, because it's also that. Oh gosh. Okay, so it's 9 points of slashing damage, I guess. Or I'm sorry, not 9.
Okay.
It's 11 because it's +3. Sorry. And
Okay.
then 1 point of psychic damage. Not as cool. But
let's see. Does he save his concentration spell?
it's at disadvantage as well.
You are right. Disadvantage. I'll send this to everybody. He does succeed. So you both still are charmed.
Okay.
Okay.
Wait, does that mean that I have disadvantage on hitting him? Actually.
No. It's disadvantage on wisdom and
okay.
charisma saves.
And so he is going to. Gosh, what can he do?
Hit him again.
Yeah, I guess just hit him again.
Go for it.
And he can use the Blade of the Twilight Warden again, so that's what he's gonna do. Which is good because that makes it 17 to hit.
Hits.
and that is 8 points of slashing and 3 psychic damage.
How would you like to do this?
Yeah.
Can I retcon it? Because I just like say I slash it and then just like
Go through the whole sequence
yeah.
here.
So he looks at him in the eyes and he grabs the back of Vorador's neck and looking at him says, I'm not the child that you left me to be. And he goes into his stomach, basically, and then just using brute strength and holding his neck, he's just on swing that sword back up through the rest of his chest.
Okay. Kind of
Yes.
lifting him up and pushing him up against the statue.
Amazing.
Yeah. And he falls limp on the way to the Twilight Warden. And with that, the stone in his hand falls out and kind of rolls away on the ground just a little bit. And with that, the grayscale here has entirely disappeared. And you see everything in color. Blues, greens, purples, bright, vibrant trees around you. As you start to hear this statue behind your uncle crack. Hear crack starting from the head, running all the way down to the foot. And it starts to fall off piece by piece. And eventually it crumbles in front of you. And you go to take a look, and this was essentially a shell around your father, who is on the floor, unconscious, his pouch open, and you see a gold glow from within this.
Yeah. I was waiting for you to say, and that's the end of our session. Okay. So Casmarir goes down to his father, kneels down. Is he unconscious or is he dead? Like, that's my question. From what I can tell.
Go ahead and make a medicine check. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
This is
While he's doing that, Gedrick goes for the stone that Vorador dropped.
Okay.
also grab it, but that's okay. Or not that
I am
one.
going to add a couple things into the party inventory here.
And so he doesn't know. It's a 4. Like
A 4. Even still, like, you know generally how to check for a pulse, and you do feel a very, very slight pulse. It is very slowed. It is very weak. This entity, your father, does not appear to be dead.
Okay. He he grabs the shard of his father's, I assume is what it is. And he's gonna try to use lesser restoration, although I doubt that's gonna work. But
how are you casting lesser restoration?
it is at 2nd level, You touch a creature.
Well,
Or,
what do you have that is giving you that? I apologize. I should have.
I just have it as a spell. That's the rest.
Oh, you have it. Okay.
Yeah,
My
no,
apologies.
and you just going to cast Lesser Restoration on him using his last spell slot for that.
You go to lay hands on your father to cast this spell. You feel the power leave your body, but it does not seem to make a difference.
Okay.
And we are going to take a quick break there.
Okay.
I have added the other 2 shards to the party inventory. Please read through them.
Got it.
We'll be back. And we are back. So, after a tiring fight with Vorador, the Nocturnal Prince, you each bloodied, beat up, unsure of these new artifacts that you have obtained. What are we doing?
Casmarir.
Gedrick goes hands to knees at this point, for sure. He's exhausted.
I think we should get your father back and take the shards and go back to Ellendor, the village, and see if we can get some help.
Gedrick kind of stands erect and does the whole old man pressing his hands into his back, leaning back to stretch. And he says, well, I completely agree, Kaelin. But these, and he holds up the stone that was in Vorador's hand, and this one being a very dark stone with little cracks of purple in it. He looks at all of you and just says, this is, well, all of the shards that we have are very powerful magic. And Gedrick will kind of look at all of you and just say, if I may, I could take a moment and see if I can identify them as being as powerful as the shard that Ellendor gave us.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah,
you know more about this these things than I do.
So Gedrick will place all three of the stones next to each other, but not touching, and he'll ritually cast detect magic. His eyes will glass over, and as he often does, when he looks through the lens, he sees this midnight bluish purple look towards everything that's magical from these stones.
Yeah, and takes you a few minutes to complete the identify spell as you are ritually casting it. Ritually casting it. You do learn of each of the shards. Before you have Shard of the Shadow Twin, the dark one. You have the Shard of the Living Song, which was provided to you by Elendor.
Right.
And you have the Shard of the First Dawn, which is the shard that fell out of Lorican's pouch. The Shard of the Living Song is, well, you all have access to those, so you do become aware of what their properties are. You do learn that they do require attunement to use them.
And Gedrick will turn to Kaz and just say, Kaz, I believe that these stones, these shards, can be combined in quite a significant way, perhaps even powerful way. I believe that Elendor told us that it would make the Emberheart, if I'm not mistaken. If it is as powerful as Elendor suggested, perhaps it could restore you from your curse.
And quietly, Casmarir takes all three, still separate, and looks at each one. And I have to attune to all of these to forge it, is that correct?
Yes, you do.
Okay.
But you would get their effects while you are attuned to them prior to combining.
Okay.
Now, in order to do so, I believe you do already have 2 attuned slots, so you would have to unattune from those. You would be resting here for probably an hour to do that.
Yeah. Okay. Let me look at some stuff, sorry. I'm going to take out all my achievements here. Looks like. And he looks around and just says, would Joel be okay if we rested here for a little bit.
That is fine with me.
And he's gonna go off by himself, I think. And he's on attune to each of these.
Okay. So you do gain the properties of all three of them. You are more than welcome to use any of those should you want to.
Okay. And and he is sorry, I'm reading through a couple things, but he is going to use 2 charges to of the first dawn shard.
Okay.
For sovereign, or I'm sorry, he's going to use 1 charge for Lorican's blessing, and try and cast healing word at 3rd level on Lorican himself.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
he's gonna take 3d4 plus 5, and I'm just gonna roll it like that, which I don't even know what that was. So 16.
Yeah, you cast Lorican's own blessing back into him, and the heartbeat quickens a bit as you check around. But he does not seem to be regaining consciousness.
Okay. And he sits there and he just really quite quiet, honestly. Stands up, puts Lorican on his back, and he says, I think we should go to the one person who knows more about these shards, and bring my father with us. And he wants to and just say, like, I think we should go back to the Whisper Leaf. And
That's a long way, Casmarir.
oh yeah, 'cause we teleported here.
The power of those stones combined, if you're trying to bring your father back, if you combine the power of the shards, you might be able to revive him.
Might be right. And he takes each shard and slowly starts putting them together as he forges the Emberheart.
You grab all three of these stones and you gather them together on the ground. As they begin to touch and you start feeling like you're crushing them into each other, it begins to get really warm and it starts to get really bright. Lights emanating from it, gold, purple, blue. It's almost blinding to you in this moment. Winds kind of pick up. You hear songs start to emanate in the air around you. You hear the cries of the dead. And after all this kind of comes into place, the light simmers back down, starts to become cool to the touch. You see this new stone gem that is heart-shaped. You can see where bits and pieces of each of the three stones have integrated themselves into this magical stone. You immediately lose attunement to the three shards, but do gain immediate attunement to the Emberheart. What do you want to do?
He does two things with it. As he looks at the heart, he casts Mass Cure Wounds on everyone.
Okay.
Aside from obviously Vorador.
Okay.
And so
yeah, let's not do that.
so each person gets 28 health back. Hopefully including Lorican.
And Jean-Luc, who's been beat up this whole time. Casmarir, thank you, good sir. I was hurting. Yes. What do you plan to do with the stone?
Well, it's the second thing that he wants to do. First off, does anything happen with Lorican?
Nothing noticeable.
Okay.
Gedrick pulls out his rapier and goes and shoves it into Vorador's body just to be sure.
Lion limp.
Beautiful.
He casts Greater Restoration on himself, ending
on yourself.
On myself.
Okay.
To end my curse. Says it ends one curse.
It does. Unfortunately, curse that was bestowed upon you, greater restoration does not resolve.
Do those 2 charges go away?
They do, because you did expend them.
Okay. That's 3, 5. Okay, I can do one. Then he's on try it on his father, on Lorican. Because that would be the full 7.
And much like yourself, unfortunately, these curses that were laid upon you have, it's almost like they've gone beyond yourselves and have woven themselves into your memories, into your history, and into the ether itself. Fortunately, there's no noticeable effect. While Lorican's breathing is more stable, his heartbeat seems more regular, still lays there unconscious.
Okay. Casmarir is going to want to... Can I tell if this is like a curse or if he's just like out for the count, as much as like as far as like hit points wise, I guess, from like a standard point?
Based on the fact that you have dumped 40-ish hit points into him, it doesn't seem like it's a life essence issue.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
Gedrick will look at Casmarir and walk over to him standing over his father and just say, looking at Boromir's body, he'll look up at Casmarir and just say, Kaz, I don't envy you the position that you're in right now. It would seem that you have a choice in front of you. I believe this stone, and he gestures at the stone, could restore one of you. But only one of you. I know what it's like to have your father taken from you. And if I'm being honest, if I had the choice to bring my father back, I would probably contemplate what you are thinking, which is to bring him back. But I think the greater question for you, my brother, is, do you love yourself for who you are now more? And can you live with who you are now without your father?
John Luke's gonna pop up. He's right, man. I don't think it'd be wrong to be selfish. Admittedly, you've gone on this long without your father and seem to be doing well. But I also understand if you're comfortable with who you are now.
All the horse's ass jokes aside, my friend, we've grown to love you for who you are. Horse's ass and all.
I have I don't know how long I've thought about the opportunity to do what I have the opportunity to. Whether it's save my father, myself, is too heavy a burden for anyone, I think. And interesting.
Jean-Luc's gonna pipe up. Alan, you're awfully quiet right now. Well, it's not your decision, but do you have any input here?
I guess as you can ask yourself, what would your father do in this situation if the roles were reversed? Would he be selfish and change himself, or would he try everything in his power to save you?
I'll be honest with you, Kaz. I've kind of grown to love the version of you that we know.
And there has to be some other way to break this curse. There's magic all around us, magic that we've never even seen before and maybe have never even found.
And if you're looking at him, you watch as his hand wraps around the Emberheart crystal, and it starts to turn into dust in his hand as a tear rolls down his face, and he gives the heart's last gift to his father.
As you press your palm into the Emberheart, starts to crumble in your hands. You see an entwined beam of blue, gold, and purple float its way over to your father, whose eyes finally flash open. He takes a deep breath. Oh, I've been asleep for a
Gedrick, in response to that, just says, "Was it a good sleep?"
It was a good sleep. Forgive me. Who are you all?
Well,
We're your son's best friends.
we like to call ourselves the Gifted Shadows, but yes, what Kaylin said is true. This
My-
gentleman right here, and he gestures to Kaz, is your son,
My son-
Zephyros.
son is dead.
No, he's not. He's just.
I
been
assure
cursed
you,
to look
sir,
like
he is
this
not.
creature. Kaz, say something.
Gosh. I wish I had some really good stuff right now. My brain is not
Say
there.
hello.
Kaz would just say in Sylvan something that he's heard. Something that he's heard his father say many times before. He starts off by saying, as warm as the sun, but hopeful as the sky. I've waited a long time to see you, Father.
Zephyros. Are they you?
It is not in my natural form, unfortunately. But
What happened? I thought my brother killed you.
No, worse.
Made him a horse's ass.
he essentially killed me, yes. He took away everything I had.
And Lorican's going to stand up at this point. He's going to walk over to you. And he's going to wrap you in a hug. Son, I thought I'd never see you. glad you're here. I'm glad that I to hold you one more time. And he's going to kiss your cheek.
And tears just quietly start to roll down his cheek from his eyes. Not able to really say anything.
Have you been in the Fae since this has happened?
No. He banished me from the Fae. It's lucky enough to get here this time. I've tried so many times before. And I don't know what
I helped
really
with
made.
that. I'm the
And-
one who found the door.
Lorican is going to look over to you, Kaylin. Well, dear, you must have a big heart. One that cares for my son, because there are not many things that would bypass banishment that my brother would put in place.
I don't know about that. It technically was an accident that I found the door, but I would do anything for Kaz.
There are no accidents, dear. Everything happens for a reason. Because you loved my son enough to bring him home, to bring him back to me. Have to reshare that love. And he's going to walk over to you, Kaylin, wrap you in a big hug, and he's going to kiss you on the cheek. You must have a true love for him. One even possibly stronger than mine. But I couldn't get him here. Granted, I didn't know he was still alive.
Well,
But
I don't
gods,
I don't think that was your fault. Your brother truly is evil, or was evil.
I've come to realize that now. I have to ask, are you all planning to stay?
For a while, at least, I would say. We are on a mission, and we do need to eventually finish that, but I would say we would stay.
Wouldn't
Gedrick,
fault-
what do you think?
I wouldn't fault you if you felt like you had to go.
No. I admit the Fae is a little odd. I'm not used to this plane, but I would never, ever, ever imagine just leaving, especially after the reunion that has taken place today. I could never do that to someone I care about.
Well, is there anywhere in particular we would like to go? See, the gate here has been crumbled, but I can fix that.
Right now, the Whisper Leaf is the only thing that is that's still standing right now.
Well, I would love to see Elendor again. Shall we go see him?
Yes, sir.
So it'd be, and he waves his hand up at the top of kind of the pit that you've been in, where you saw the broken arch. Those stones start to move back into place. You see runes from within the stone start to glow a bright gold. And you see a massive arcane energy fill the space. I think this is where you lead the way.
And Casmarir just walks through the portal for the first time, actually feeling a sense of like relief and not dread over something.
Okay. And Lorican is going to wait until everyone else gets through. Is there anything else that y'all want to do while we're here? I know Casmarir has already stepped through.
Gedrick would make a perception check around the area to just kind of see if he sees anything else off. He knows that everything is kind of returned to the colors and things like that, but he knows that the curse was one thing, but perhaps there's more.
Yeah, go ahead and make either perception or arcana.
Okay. Natural 20, baby, for 27.
Yeah. You look around, and based off everything you can see, there's nothing that appears off-putting.
Could I make a slight tweak to my request since it's a natural
Sure.
20 and say, I'm specifically trying to see if I spot a person, i.e., the guy that has been nagging in the back of my mind, the man with the scar on his face and the ponytail.
You do not see him.
Okay. Gedrick would then, wipe the tears from his face, and walk through.
Yeah, and as you all step through, you arrive right behind a songroot tree where you all left previously in the Whisper Leaf. Songs are still a little discordant. Everything's still charred. As you look around, you do see more movement than the previous days when you had been there. seems like the loss of one archfey has at least brought back a little bit of hope in those within this domain. You see Lydian as she hears kind of the crackles of each of you stepping through the Bay Gate. See Grimaldi. They all run up and hug each of you. After a moment, you hear one more crack of someone stepping through the portal, being Lorican. And immediately, Lyrian and Grimaldi both, anyone around, stop what they're doing. Take a bow. Lyrian comes up. Casmarir. Yes. Guess you've made your decision. Hope it was the one that you wanted.
It was the right one.
Glad to see him back. He has the power to take care of your uncle. Restore this domain back to what it used to be. Can't thank you enough. And she's being fairly short, she's going to kind of jump up and wrap her arms around you. Just kind of hang there for a second. Whether you wrap your arms around her or not.
Yeah, I will. Fine.
Grimaldi's going to walk up to you, Gedrick. Well, have they fucked yet?
Not yet.
Yeah.
How's your reading going?
It's going. I think I use some more help.
Well, I would love to make time for you, my friend.
I'd appreciate that. I guess this is big old family reunion now, huh?
Almost. I believe that Kaz's mother is still out there somewhere.
Well, maybe we're setting off on another adventure.
I believe so. But to what end? I'm not really sure.
We'll figure it out from here. Kaz, I think
Yes.
I think your uncle would like to know how things went.
I'll go speak to him. And while being happier, he still has kind of a side that's kind of melancholy right now.
Mhm.
but he does go speak to Elendor and kind of relay everything that happened.
Okay. Yeah, and Lorican's gonna follow you in. In the conversation, Lorican, of course, brings up that he can help make sure that Elendor is taken care of, and in fact, casts a greater restoration on Elendor, which does remove the curse that was bestowed upon him. Then they both guide you back outside, and
Beforehand,
okay,
while we're alone, because I don't want to do this with anyone else around.
Sure.
I feel like Casmarir would ask them if they know of any other way how to relieve this the curse that Vorador put on me.
and Elendor kind of sits back for a second. Well, the only way that I know of would be the same power that brought your father back. And it sounds like that may not happen for a while. I know the Emberheart can regenerate itself, but it does take many years in comparison to, well, I guess it depends on where you are. It could be a millennium in the material plane.
Understood. And he looks at his father and just says, even though it was hard, I know this was the right choice for us. So, and he lets him lead him out of the room.
And once the three of you do return out to the group, Lorican is going to speak up. Well, it's been quite a day. My son's returned. He's brought friends, nay, family that is more family than I could be myself. And I understand that you all have a lot to do, and based off of last information I knew before I was cursed, you may have some people to deal with, and I want to help you in any way that I can. And with that, he's going to reach out his hands. Everyone's kind of circled up. You all start to take each other's hands. And he's going to say a prayer in Sylvan. I don't have it offhand. As this prayer completes, you all feel a surge of power within you as you all level up.
Woohoo!
And with that, we're going to end tonight's session.